dear children, today I will be continuing more on networks, a concept called as cloud computing. In the past 7-8 years, or let's say 10 years, this term is used very frequently. What is this? Cloud computing is all about. Formerly we used to call it DNA, domain name server. But these days it's renamed. Conceptually they are same. The concept is same. Let me tell you what do you mean by that. Now there are some data, the informations, programs, voluminous huge amount of informations are kept. Okay, if I require, I pay to them and they give the data to me. It's like a service sector. It's called as a service sector. What do you mean by cloud computing? Means in internet, okay, those who provide the information in bulk, voluminous information, in particular data. One who provides, there are some company they own, they store all the informations. Okay, we don't know, we will not be having, if I want to do a project, so I will not be aware of it. So what happens is I consult a cloud computing company, right? I consult them, then they say that we have this many data. They share with us on payment. This is also called as a service sector, right? Formerly it was called as domain name server. It's been renamed. The new concept, the new name has been given. Is called as what? Cloud computing. Let's see that. Turn around page number 179. Cloud computing is internet-based computing whereby shared resources, softwares, informations are provided to computers and other devices on demand, like electricity grid. I'll give you an example. There are some natural resources are there near Singtam. Wherever there is a river belt is there, okay, they construct a dam, they tap the electricity, right? NHPC. It's a PSU, Public Sector Unit. It's a Government of India owned. Okay, it has got a slightly different norms. Okay, PSU we call Public Sector Units. So NHPC, they tap the electricity, right? They produce electricity and they give it to others on demand. On demand. Wherever there is a hydro project we call, right? What I am trying to tell you is, whatever the information you wanted the software, you wanted certain shared resources, or you wanted the information, whichever you wanted, the company, those are cloud computing based company, they provide the data to you on payment. A basic definition of a cloud computing is the use of internet for the task you perform on your computer, for storage of the information, the retrieval of the information and access of the information are known as cloud. The word cloud represents the internet. Cloud means what? Don't take the literal meaning of cloud. The data will be available on the air. No. It's available on a server. On demand, they give you for which we need to pay. Very simple. Right? There was a big controversy in the recent past. Cambridge Analytica, there is a company in UK based, and Facebook, which is there in the headlines these days. What do they do? Plenty of thousands of users, not thousands, trillions of users are there across the globe. All our personal information are there stored. What happens is, if some election is happening in a particular region, need not be India, any further. What happens is, the Facebook, that is what exactly the controversy is going on. So, they take their information. One party can approach the Facebook and give all the data. How many users are there in the whole of Asia? So they strategize it. So who will give the information? You cannot go to district wise or town wise or village wise. You cannot collect the data, which is a cumbersome job. Instead, all the information which are available in their Facebook server, so they give you on payment. Once the data is available, then they keep sending the information. Right? That is what exactly they are computing. The cloud computing is a new name for the old concept. The delivery of computing services and the storage from a remote location, generally via internet, is known as cloud. Cloud computing services are delivery through network, usually the internet. Okay? Internet is also called as network of networks. Internet is also called as what? Network of networks. Let's see that. What are the characteristics of cloud computing? On-demand capabilities. What do you mean by that? Whenever the user needs it, the cloud services are available. A user can add it or user can use it for their services on demand. I repeat again, if I ask the Facebook, hey, give whatever may be the northeastern states, there are 7 states are there, give all the information, means they will not give you just like that. I must put a request on them, so they will have terms and conditions, I must obey that so that they give all the information. Right? This is called as on-demand, they give you on-demand capabilities. Broad network access. All cloud computing services are available over a network using any capabilities compatible devices such as desktop, laptop, tabloid or tablets, smartphones and other mobile devices. What do you mean by resource pooling? The third characteristics of your cloud computing is resource pooling. What do you mean by resource pooling? The cloud services, the service provider may use its resources from various locations to serve you and many other users at the same time. You may never get to know the exact location of your resources. The resources include storage, memory space, bandwidth, processing power, etc. So this is the resource pooling. Now, next one is called as rapid elasticity. Do you know what you mean by elasticity is? Elasticity means take a rubber band, right? You can stretch it and you can shrink it. That is called as elasticity. What do you mean by rapid elasticity? The cloud is flexible and scalable to suit the user's need. What do you mean by that? If you want a huge amount of data, you can stretch it. They stretch and give you. If you want a handful of information, they do provide you. Okay, the cloud is flexible and scalable to suit the user's need. The users can quickly and easily add or remove the user, the software features and other resources. As long as I tied up with a cloud computing company, as long as I make the payment, they keep providing the service. Or the understanding is strained, I don't make the payment, or I take the data and misuse for my financial benefit. What happens is, which is again their policy, what happens is, they cut off the services. This is called as rapid elasticity. And measured services. Measured, users only pay for the services they use. So the cloud provider measures the service usage, storage levels, processing, bandwidth, and number of users, and how many accounts do they use, and they bill accordingly. What is the advantage of cloud computing? It's reliable. Cloud computing guarantee 24/7 services, round the clock, 365 days or 7 days a week. There is no question of halt of any kind. They keep providing the service for the entire year. 24 by 7 means 24 hours of all the weekdays, not weekdays, 7 days a week they keep giving you. No rest of any kind. In short, 365 days into 24 hours they keep uninterrupted services they keep providing as long as you keep asking it. Backup disaster recovery. This is one of the very, very touchy concept. I keep using my computer, suddenly one fine day it crashes. Then I cannot keep my hand on the head and be solved. That will not solve the purpose. As I do, at the end of the day I schedule it. Automatically the background process, the backup is taken. When the clock strikes, in my server 8 p.m. every day, whether I am there or not, I schedule it. 8 p.m. whatever has been done job from 0th hour to the 20th hour. 8 p.m. means 12 plus 8 is 20 hours. So the backup will do it. In case if my computer crashes, I can always retrieve it from the backup recovery mechanism we call. Backup or disaster recovery. Cloud offers easier backup and recovery compared to the physical devices, even at the time of extreme disasters. Huge storage capacity. When we run out of storage capacity on your cloud, so we never run out of, just what should I say, a voluminous storage capacity. It has got a huge trillions and trillions of storage capacities terabytes are there, they keep supplying. Okay, it's cost effective. Cost effective means it's not costly. They don't say it is cheap. It's cost effective. Cloud services are always cost effective in comparison to setting up its own users, which is extremely expensive and time consuming. If I want to store all the data, I require a server, I require manpower, I need to pay them. Instead, what happens is these days no company ever uses they don't have a storage capacity. Instead, they put in the cloud service, you pay them. Easiest, cheapest way. Okay, they will be there, just you are away from one call, just call them, they give you the service. Or you send a mail, they give you. That's why it's called as cost effective. If you have your own server, to maintain the server you require at least 4 people, and if you run out of space you keep adding them. Okay, the machine cost, maintenance cost, cost of the labor, when you see very expensive. Instead you hire the third party. What do you mean by this? Outsourcing. I'll give you a simple example. These days ATMs are there. ATM means what? Automatic teller machines are there, right? Here I'll give a simple example. Here we have a State Bank of India ATM. Here we have. Do you think that this State Bank and this ATM they are connected? No. Most of the branches they may have an ATM outlet outside because of the space they are given. So because they don't have enough staff, they call one party, you maintain this ATM, we pay for it. So the ATM is not run by the State Bank of India. It's funded by State Bank of India. It is being maintained by somebody else. That's why it's called as cost effective. Because they don't have a labor, manpower. Easy accessing of information. One can easily access his or her account from any part of the world despite the location. No matter whichever the continent you live, distance is never ever been the barrier. You can always access once if you are a legal user. What is the bandwidth? One can avoid sending the whole files to the recipient and instead go with sending a web link to the involved recipients. The grade reduces instead of sending the entire data, send the link, that link will retrieve the data. Usability. All kinds of cloud storage have the facility of allowing their users dragging and dropping of the concerned files between the local storages and the cloud storages. This enhances the flexibility of the usage. I'll give you an example. You keep working on your computer, right? Always you have a portable hard drive, right? What happens is important files you store it there. In case if your laptop crashes, you can always retrieve from your pocket or portable hard drive. This is the advantage of it. Exactly, instead of having this also has got 1 TB or 2 TB. But you are going to access some lakhs and lakhs of information from somewhere else. So you take the cloud computing service providers are there. You pay them, they give you the service. I wind up today's class with the help of a Google Drive. Okay? What is a Google Drive? A Google Drive is a cloud-based storage service that allows you to create, save and share projects online with others. With the Google Drive, you can create any type of document such as a Word document, a worksheet, then PPT, that is PowerPoint presentation, etc. In this section, we shall be learning how to use these cloud-based services for storing, sharing of your data or the information. How to access the Google Drive? The moment you have a Gmail account, what happens is you are entitled to use your Google Drive. If you have some photographs, some movies, some documents, some important documents, what happens is you can store it. This service is given to you free of cost because the storage capacity is limited. For a company, they use a lot of space. Here this is how they use first of all, to access the Google Drive, what are the steps involved? Go to google.com. Google.com means it will go to American site. Here in India, google.co.in. Now click on the icon called this. You have a triangle. One side is yellow in color, other side is green in color, and other side is blue in color. I am sure you must be knowing like this. This is blue in color, this is green in color, and this is yellow in color. This is the sign of Google Drive. Click on that. Now click on the tiled icon on right top of there. Click on this. Once if you click, what happens is it will ask you to sign in. Sign in means what? You are not your own. You need to give your user ID and you need to give your password. If you do not have a Gmail account, you should create one for that. As I told you, once if you have a Gmail account, you are entitled to access your Google Drive. After signing in, the following screen will appear. Now, create the document or spreadsheet or presentation of pictures or movies, whichever of your likes, which you want to preserve for a longer period of time. You can go to Google Drive and store it. To create a new document, so click on the new button and Google Documents, Google Sheet and Google Slides. Plenty of information are there. It's like this. Drag and drop from your drive, you drop it into portable hard disk. Exactly like this. Google Drive is the best example of your cloud computing storage. Cloud storage we call. Cloud storage means what? It's a server. Please don't think that it's a little meaning of cloud. No. It's a remote location where the server is there, all the information are there because you have a user ID and a password. Once if you give the user ID and password, you are a legal authentic user, so you can store it or you can retrieve it. As simple as that. Okay. Today what did I do it? Today I did teach you about the Google Drive and cloud computing storage, the characteristics and the advantages of cloud computing storage we have seen. An example, best example is Google Drive. Next class, I don't think we have anything. I am sure next class I will end up the last chapter of this book. There are undone chapters are there. Development of app and all, we shall do it. Okay, next class I am sure I will be finishing this chapter. Okay, kindly go through the page number 178, 179 and 180. Boys and girls, the characteristics of cloud storage and the advantage of cloud storage. An example of cloud storage is Google Drive. Okay. Kindly go through the textbook of these 3 pages. Take care, boys and girls. Stay safe, stay blessed. Bye-bye.